Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. You're watching UNA Today, and I'm Brady Jordan. The University of North Alabama will be offering doctoral programs in two key areas in the coming 2021 year. The Executive Doctor of Business Administration will be offered beginning in the spring semester of 2021, followed by the Exercise Science and Health Promotion program starting in the fall. This will be the university's first time offering doctoral programs since the university originally opened back in 1830. The Southern Administration of Colleges and Schools Commissions on Colleges and the Alabama Commission on Higher Education approved both programs in June. The university says although the process was a vigorous one, they're prepared and excited to welcome their first doctoral cohorts to UNA. Both programs look to increase student engagement and preparedness in each of their given fields. Coffee is a very important staple in the Shoals community, and one shop is doing their part to keep the Shoals moving. Correspondent Brady Jordan has more.
The project deadline is tomorrow. You can't focus and are nowhere near finished, so you go downtown. In what seems like no time, you hear iced moto mocha as an iced coffee slides across the counter towards you. These are the everyday occurrences that fill Turbo Coffee, a local favorite spot for good coffee and community that has been making people faster in the Shoals since 2015. From its humble beginnings in the back of a barbershop on College Street to its current 1,100 square foot space near the heart of downtown Florence, Turbo has long been serving a dedicated community in the Shoals area. It initially started as a small espresso bar set up by founder Reese Shuri in the back of his brother's barbershop, Greasy Hands, just a few years ago. Now it has two locations, one in Florence and one down in Tuscaloosa, and serves two broad communities of college students in the state of Alabama. The New York City-inspired aesthetic that he initially modeled Turbo after played a key role in the layout today. Once the customer makes their way toward the seating area, tables and couches, this provides a choice for those seeking a more casual experience to get their work done. Turbo opened its current location in 2016 and under half the space that it contains today at only around 400 square feet. It serves as a backdrop for everything from work meetings to casual chats on a daily basis. Sometimes there's even an occasional marriage proposal. They even have their own merchandise, from popular hoodies to cups and even stickers. All of this and more make Turbo one of the more frequently visited meetup spots in Florence. And it's all powered by their coffee. They offer a variety of bags from traditional Ethiopian and Kenyan blends all the way to this specialty drink, Toast Crunch. So next time you're looking for a good place to stop and get that caffeine fix, let Turbo Coffee make you faster. In Florence, Brady Jordan, UNA Today.
Hurricane season starts June 1st and ends November 1st each year. The 27th storm of the year has just been named. Hurricane Zeta is set to hit the Gulf Coast today as a Category 1 hurricane. Zeta makes history as the earliest named 27th storm of the hurricane season. Hurricane Zeta has also tied the record for the most named storms in a single hurricane season. The last time we had 27 storms during a season was during the 2005 season, when the devastating Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana, resulting in the death of thousands. Going in line with the Greek alphabet, the next named storm will be Eta, if it happens. Will we break the record for the most named storms in 2020? We have just 4 days left in the season to find out. According to Student Government Secretary Mackenzie Bullard, students are excited about voting in this year's election. She described the general feel of this year's election as intense yet important. Of the students polled this week about voting, an almost 88% reported being first-time voters. A surprising majority also said that they would be voting in person. The on-campus Women's Center has worked through the entire month of October to help students check their registration and apply that balance if needed. When asked as to how they would stay informed on news and politics, students gave a wide variety of answers, ranging from online articles, social media, YouTube, TV news, and radio. Social media was by far the most popular answer. Print media was the least reported source. If you are looking to vote using an absentee ballot in Alabama, clear instructions have been posted on turbovote.org. According to the website, all you need to do is review and completely fill out an absentee ballot application to confirm you are eligible. Submit the request as far in advance of the election as possible to your local absentee ballot election manager's office. The deadline to request your ballot is October 29, 2020. To be sure to read and carefully follow your ballot instructions upon its arrival and return it once completed. All ballots must be postmarked by Monday, November 2nd, 2020. and received no later than midnight on Tuesday, November 3rd, Election Day 2020. You can also return the ballot in person by 5 p.m. on Monday, November 2nd, 2020. For further instructions, be sure to go to turbovote.org. UNA is finally getting a new fountain. Harrison Plaza, which has long been the centerpiece for the university, has been quite the opposite this semester. All of the bricks and fountain are gone, replaced with a fenced active construction site. Last week, however, things began to change. Students and faculty received a campus-wide email detailing the arrival of several key components of the fountain to parking lot A, scheduled to arrive that Thursday and Friday. The email release also contained a map detailing where the pieces of the fountain would be delivered during those 2 days. The arrival of the fountain brings the complete renovation of Harrison Plaza one step closer to completion, as the heart is restored. The year of 2020 has been unconventional to say the least, and sports is no different, with 3 national championships to be played within a month, the end of September to the end of October. Sports fans knew this would be a crazy couple of weeks. It all started with the National Hockey League Championship and the battle for the Stanley Cup. It came down to the Dallas Stars and Tampa Bay Lightning. After 6 grueling games, the Lightning took the cup. Next was the National Basketball Association Championship. It came down to the Miami Heat and Los Angeles Lakers. In the best-of-7 series, it took Los Angeles Lakers 6 games to win the championship, with 1 win in Tampa and 1 win in Los Angeles. It would only be fitting for the Major League Baseball World to be between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Like the NHL and NBA championships, this only lasted 6 games, with the Los Angeles Dodgers taking the crown. This was the first time that these Los Angeles Lakers had more than one sport win a national championship since 1988, a feat that has only happened 17 times in all the history of major sports. The console wars are heating up, and gamers are excited as Sony nears the release of its PlayStation 5 next month. Correspondent Devin Walker has more.
Hello, I'm Devin Walker here with UNA Today, here with TC with questions on the PlayStation 5. What are your thoughts on PlayStation 5?
It looks great, it looks sleek, I like the price, like the different options for it, and really excited about it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Xbox Series X? You think it's going to be better than PlayStation 5?
Personally, I'm a PC person, but I got to go with Sony on this one. I think they just got a better looking console, better looking branding, and better marketing.
Nice, nice. And what are your thoughts on PlayStation 5 switching to the digital console versus the disc console?
Like I said, I think it's going to be really awesome, especially with our generation moving more toward a digital game set, moving toward a online library and cloud services as games anyway. It provides an option for people who don't do the disc stuff, but still provides an option for people to buy something with a disc if they want to.
All right, so we're here with Alex today, asking questions about the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series X. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the PS5
PS5, why is that?
because I just grew up with PlayStation. Like I've had friends that play Xbox. It's like it's not really enough for me.
I understand. You like the controllers better on PlayStation than Xbox?
Yeah, I feel like the controllers. Well, of course, for me, since I had to grow up with them, I've kind of like formed my hands, and then every time I hold an Xbox controller, it's just weirder because I haven't grown up with that. And then it's like I remember when Halo on 360 came out, and I was just like, I mean, it's all right. But I had to get used to that controller. It's like I just don't want to do it.
So what are your thoughts on PlayStation switching from the DualShock to the DualSense?
The DualShock is an improvement because of the rotor zone. When I'm playing something, I like to have like the vibration act, and I don't feel like the DualSense performed in that way.
Well, thank you for your time, Alex. This is Devin here with UNA Today. You guys have a nice day.
It is a big year for Apple's iPhone. This month, Apple introduced the biggest update to the iPhone since 2017 when the iPhone X was released with an all-new all-screen form factor. The new iPhone has flat edges and harder glass that Apple has dubbed Ceramic Shield. The new glass should help to prevent damage from drops and scratches. This year also marks the first year that the company offers 4 new iPhone models, from the smallest 5.4-inch iPhone 12 mini all the way to the biggest 6.7-inch iPhone 12 Pro Max. All iPhones no longer ship with the charger brick or headphones in the box, which Apple claims is in order to help reduce its environmental impact. The new iPhones also ship with a new blue color, with the Pro models touting a stainless steel finish. The camera system in the iPhones is also all new, with all models featuring better low-light capabilities, and the Pro models featuring a laser LiDAR autofocus system and a telephoto camera. The regular iPhone and 12 and 12 Pro 6.1 inch models are available now, with the 12 mini and 12 Pro Max coming in early November. On Thursday, the final debate between President incumbent Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden took place at the Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. The event drew 63 million viewers according to Nielsen TV ratings. The debate was moderated by NBC News anchor Kristen Welker. In response to the last debate, a new rule was set in place for each candidate. After each question was given, the candidate had 2 minutes to respond before their mic was muted. After they had each been given 2 full minutes, both mics were turned back on and they were permitted to rebuttal as necessary. The 6 major topics of the debate included COVID-19, national security and the economy, immigration, race in America, and climate change. On the topic of COVID, President Trump made it very clear that he intended to keep moving towards producing a mass cure by the end of this year, while Joe Biden on the importance of wearing masks and the need to create funding for schools and businesses to safely reopen. He also mentioned the possibility of Biden Care, which would be similar to Obamacare but with lower premiums. Both candidates took frequent jabs at each other over their personal controversies, but the overall muting of the mics created a more focused and informative atmosphere compared to the previous debate. Speaking of politics, on Monday night, Justice Amy Coney Barrett was officially nominated by the Senate as an Associate Supreme Court Justice. She was confirmed, correction. The final vote was 52-48 with no favorable votes from the Democratic Party. Her nomination to subsequent confirmation came after the unfortunate passing of former Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ginsburg held the office of Supreme Court Justice for 27 years and was nominated by former President Bill Clinton. In honor of this historic event, we took to the streets this week to quiz our students on some of their Supreme Court knowledge.
How many Supreme Court justices do we have at one time?
There have to be 7, correct? Is there 7 or not?
6.
Typically 9.
9, that's correct, yes. So what are the only 2 ways that a Supreme Court justice can come out of office? They die.
They pass away, so they die.
If they die, or I mean,
You can't really retire. I don't think you can retire.
they can retire.
They can voluntarily retire.
Oh.
But the other one is if they do pass away in office. How many Supreme Court justices have we had in total in United States history?
Oh God.
50.
I want to say like 30. It's going to be a smaller number.
That's tough because they're lifetime appointments and they don't have to serve until they die. They can retire, as several have. I'm gonna guess 40.
40, 35, and 50, something like that.
I don't know, maybe in the 30s, 20s or 30s.
It's actually 114.
Wow.
It's 114.
Yeah, I feel like those are bad guesses, but
How many of those do you think have been women?
not many. 5 tops.
Like 15%.
No,
Let's say 18.
18, okay.
12.
12, 20. It's actually 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
20, the answer is 4.
Mm.
So
Wow.
yeah.
I knew it was a really low number.
Thank you guys for playing along and answering
Absolutely.
questions. This was great. So yeah,
sure.
I'm Julia Stith and this has been UNA News.
While Justice Barrett may be making history as the 5th woman ever to hold the seat, her confirmation during an election year does not come without controversy from the left. Many believe the nomination should have taken place after the election as per the situation's precedent in 2016 under the Obama administration. Machu Picchu, Peru's most visited landmark, has been closed since March 16th due to COVID-19. However, on October 14th, the Peruvian Culture Minister Alejandro Nira announced that Japanese tourist Jesse Katayama would be the first man to hike the ruins since its closure nearly 7 months prior. Katayama was supposed to hike Machu Picchu in March and has been stranded in the nearby town of Aguas Calientes for the past 7 months. He has been patiently awaiting not only the ability to return to his home country, but also the chance that he might get the visit to the ancient ruins before he leaves. According to Forbes, Prime Minister Nira opened the ruins for just 1 day in October so that Katayama could visit the beautiful mountains before returning home. Machu Picchu is officially scheduled to reopen on November 1st at 30% of its original capacity. An 89-year-old Dutch woman is believed to be the first known person to die from contracting COVID-19 twice. The woman has suffered from Wallenstrom's macrobacteriema, a rare type of bone marrow cancer. According to researchers at the Maastricht University Medical Center in the Netherlands, due to the cell-depleting therapy, the woman's immune system was compromised. She first tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this year after being admitted to the hospital with a severe cough and fever. Then she was discharged after 5 days. 2 months later, she once again developed a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing after starting chemotherapy treatment. The woman died 2 weeks later after testing positive once more for COVID-19. According to CNN, there were no confirmed negative tests between the infections. However, when examining the samples from both cases, results showed that the genetic makeup of the two viruses was different. Therefore, the second episode was likely a different reinfection. Fall is finally here, and of course, with those dropping temperatures comes the usual bone-chilling festivities. We now turn to Lindsay Tarver with an update from the CDC on how to safely participate on Halloween activities with COVID-19 still running rampant.
The CDC has released guidelines on how to have a safe and fun Halloween for the year of 2020 as the COVID-19 virus continues to run rampant. On their website, you can find trick-or-treating and other Halloween activity step-by-step instructions on how to make trick-or-treating safer and also enjoy other activities. When trick-or-treating, avoid direct contact with other trick-or-treaters, give out treats outdoors if possible, set up a station with individually bagged treats for kids to take, and make sure you wash hands before handling treats and wear a mask. If you are wearing a Halloween costume, make your cloth mask part of your costume. A costume mask is not a substitute for a cloth mask. Do not wear a costume mask over a cloth mask as it can make breathing more difficult. And remember, masks should not be worn by children under the age of 2 or anyone who has trouble breathing. Once you get home after trick-or-treating, make sure you bring hand sanitizer with you and use it after touching objects or other people while trick-or-treating. But when you get home, make sure you wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds before you eat any treats that you received. Some other Halloween activities that you can participate in while social distancing and avoiding contact with others. Decorating your home for Halloween, carving pumpkins with members of your household or outside with neighbors and friends. Walk from house to house admiring Halloween decorations at a distance. You can also visit an orchard, forest, or corn maze. You can attend a scavenger hunt. Go to a one-way walk through haunted forest or corn maze for the best results. Other ideas include hide Halloween treats in and around your house, hold a Halloween treat hunt with your household members, hold an outdoor costume parade or contest so that everyone can in costumes, and also host an outdoor Halloween movie night with friends or neighbors or an indoor movie night with your household members. By following these steps, you and your family can have a safe and fun Halloween even with COVID-19.
Well, that's all we have today, folks. Thanks for tuning in and starting your day with UNA today.